Hey everybody. Happy Tuesday. Let me get this camera set up over here so I can see what's happening. Here we go. Good. Okay. Hi, Dawn. Oh, making supper. Oh, what are you making? I haven't eaten yet, so I'm hungry. Just thinking about making some curry, I think. Tell me what you're making tonight. We're working on Sewphia, month 2. We're going to do block 1, block B1. And I got fabric all set up, but got nothing cut. So we're going to be starting from scratch. Hey, Ingrid. Still working, but listening. Oh, the still working part. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. Oh, I want to show off. First, my OCD is kicking in, and I have to have this sticker off of the off of the project container. Let's get that taken care of first. And we have a pop-up that's now blocking the chat. So I gotta move that. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Philippa. Oh, Dawn's making linguine and salad. That sounds perfectly lovely. So we'll get to work on Sewphia, but I did want to show finished the Denali star. I love it so much. No, please ignore the harmonica cat cat love. But look at that. I love this. I think I'm going to all of the ones that we do. I think I'm going to do with a not necessarily the grunge background, because I don't think I have that much of the grunge left to be able to do all of the ones that we do. But I think I'm all going to do them in the dark background and like neon-y colors. So I still have like phosphorus left. I've definitely got like bright colors from different projects around. So it'll be scrappy, but I think I'm going to do it this way because I really like how much this stands out. There's a spot. Well, see, now I can't even tell where it is. So there's that. Oh, here we go. I tried getting this little bit to match up perfectly, and I tried it 3 times, and it didn't happen after 3 times. So the gods have willed it to be in the shape that it is, and it's going to stay like that. Though actually the fact that I was looking for it and couldn't figure out where it was for a little bit makes me feel a lot better about it's not really that bad. I'm just way too critical on myself. But I love the colors. I love the inside star with the, all the same colors, it being in place. And then I love that it breaks up into the different like rotating colors. Ho, ho, ho. Hi, Mary. So if you weren't here on Sunday, this is the book that I got the star from, which is a book that I found out a lot of people actually have this book. It's well, I had the 60 fabulous paper piece stars version because it has the 10 national park blocks added to it. But if you have the 50 one, the 50 star one, totally still doable if you wanted to join in the fun. And we are doing the Louisiana star, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. We're going to do the Louisiana star together. And I'm really excited about that. So you can just copy print it out from the book. You'll have to remember to add your own 1/4 inch seam so that you have your seam allowance and you don't end up short in fabric. But that's the one we're going to be working on. And I think I'm going to do this in the dark background and the bright colors. I'm very excited. It's going to be so pretty. Woohoo! So there we go. Got that bot guy finished. You know, I didn't even read what size they're supposed to finish. I don't know that it says what size they're supposed to finish. Maybe it says at the beginning what size they're supposed to finish. I am not known for reading instructions. So they're supposed to finish at 12 inches. So let's see. Let's see if that is true. If I made it correctly. I'm not going to change the way my printer prints it out. So as long as it prints it out the same all the time, I'm not worried about it. But yeah, there's 36 and there's 12. So yep, 24, 12 inches. So there we go. Keep my printer just set up as the way it is. And it should copy them all out the same size. So however many we do, there are 60 blocks. I am not doing 5 years worth of blocks a month. It's not happening. But however many we end up doing, I'm going to follow the same structure. So yay. Happy with that, how that turned out. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up my project box. If I can. Oh my gosh, this one doesn't want to open. Oh my Lord. What? Oh, okay. Well, I just had to turn it around. So we are working on Sewphia tonight, block B1 and B2, which has a lot of, or I guess this is B1 and B2, B1 and B2. I don't remember the breakdown. A lot of pieces, lots of little bitty pieces in this one. Here, I've got all the paperwork here, so I'll pull out. Trying to do this without sending everything going. Yeah, so there we go. B1 and B2. B1 is going to be a lot of wee little pieces. But like I said, I've gotten from month 1, all of the fabric combined with month 2's fabric. And I definitely have like enough left over from last month that I some of them I won't even have to dig into month 2, which is kind of exciting. I love that because that's the game I play with myself. Every time I start a new project, I'm like, how little fabric can I use to complete this? And let's grab the pages. So because I am gonna like play that game, I may pull out the color sheets for how much each one is gonna need, how many pieces. But I'm not that worried about it. All right, so I have block B2, I did get cut. B1, I did not get cut. And B1's the one that's going to have, let's see, so it's LNX. We're all the way to X already. XY 1 and 2. Okay, so we go through the entire alphabet, then to piece 2. So A through Z, 1 and 2. That's a lot. That's 28 pieces in one block. That's gonna have some putting together. So what I might do is save the cutting of this and the cutting the paper for this for the weekend. So before Sunday, I know I'll have time on Saturday to do that. I didn't have time yesterday to get it done. And then I'll focus on cutting the fabric for B2. That's what we'll do tonight. And then I will be ready to, we'll just sew on Sunday. Just sew all of everything. All right. So B2, what I like to do, I might have talked about this before. Let me make sure. Oh, Charlotte, you got a Singer featherweight 221 just yesterday. It does. It's very reminiscent of you know, I think the Singer featherweights was kind of like the standard, and then other companies made theirs look a lot like the Singer featherweights. But that, yeah, that's definitely what Sewphia is supposed to look like. Ooh, have you like named her, Charlotte? While we're waiting to see if Charlotte named her featherweight, I'm going to separate these pieces by number of fabric that goes into each unit. For me, the individual cut pieces, they're called units. I put the units together to build sections, and the sections together to build the 8.5 by 11 inch block. That's not what the finished block is, but like the piece of paper that it all forms. So I'm gonna separate these by number. It's just how I like to do it. You don't have to do it this way at all. It's like one of those repetitive muscle memory kind of things that I do. This is the way I set them up. It makes me happy to count down. I think some of these have a pretty good number of fabrics going on to them. So 4, 5, 6. Oh, serendipity. I love that. Hi, Annette. How are you doing tonight? Happy Tuesday. Or if you're like Philippa, it's a happy Wednesday morning. Serendipity. I like that. What made you decide to go with that? I feel like because of the name, I might have a pretty good inkling of why you went with serendipity, but I don't want to assume. So let us know why you wanted to go with serendipity. 5, 2, 6. Ooh, 8. Look at this one. That's a lot of really long little slivers. That's going to be a fun one. 3. Lots of 4s and 5s. Oh, I think I've got a 6 in the 7. Yeah, I put a 6 in the 7 spot. Oh, we got a good number. Yeah, 4s and 5s seem to be the big one. This one is 11 pieces on this guy. Oh, here, let's hold it down further. 11 pieces of fabric for this one. But lots of little pieces of fabric, no really big. I think in B1 there were a couple of, like, on the outside, because that's going to be on the outside of the finished project. There were a couple of pieces that had bigger chunks of fabric, but both of these blocks are going to be smaller chunks of fabric for that flywheel is really where all this is going to really be. So 2 pieces, 3 pieces. All right, so I'm going to start with the 2 and the 3. And then I'll put all of these together. How is everybody handling allergies? At work today, you could just hear sneezes going up and down, up and down the aisle of all the desks. It was once I realized what was happening, it was kind of funny. I was like, wow, I've been saying bless you to many a person. Yesterday it was hot. It was like in the 80s, and it was supposed to be hot today too. But after the rain moved through, we had a really good storm last night. After the rain moved through, it only got up to, I think, 68 is what the highest I saw it be. So, all right. So we are going to, oops, forgot this one too. We're going to fold the papers and cut the fabric. I am thankful that you all are here to do this with me, because this is not one of my favorite parts. I don't mind the cutting the pieces apart, out of the pages that they come on, because I just sit and watch a silly movie or whatever and cut up the pieces of paper. But the tedium of cutting out the fabric can get to me. Then sometimes while I'm doing that, because it becomes tedious, I'll end up watching something or starting to play a game on my phone and then just not getting back to it, which drives me insane, because I don't like being distracted. I don't like getting distracted. And I allow myself to get distracted when I'm getting bored with doing the thing. But sometimes you just got to hunker down and do what needs to be done. So having you all here helps me. All right. So now we'll start pulling fabrics. Starting with BS. Love it. So Bison is BS. That one was one that we had from last month. So I'll be able to use up last month for this block. DF. Oh lordy. DF was also one that we had from last month. If you are doing the Sewphia block of the month or any of the blocks of the month that Legit Kits has going on, I really like to hold all of the fabrics together and do this, where I try to use up the previous months to see how much I can end up with at the end. All right, BD, let's see what's next. I think G. Oh, I love these grays, graphite. Let's see what I missed. Mary says the allergies are not too bad in Minnesota. Is it still pretty cold right now in Minnesota? Minnesota's pretty a big state, so I guess you guys have differing uh weather patterns. I received a box from Texas today and sneezed for a while. Oh no. Oh, I didn't think about how that could, yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh. Charlotte says, I've wanted a featherweight for a very long time and saw one on eBay. And she's wonderful condition and sews like a dream. I'm so happy for you. I really do. I know I've said it um before. Oh, we're getting a phone call from a spam risk. I'm gonna bet you it's about the non-existent uh easy pass money I owe. Oh geez. Oh, what were we saying? Now I don't even remember what I was talking about. I had to like figure out how to make the phone call go away. I thought Zoom did that, automatically blocked. Anytime they do an update, you have to like redo the settings. So that's a bummer. Got to redo settings to make sure the calls don't come through. And oh, I might be able to get, yes, that's enough fabric for that. Can hear the kids running around in the backyard. I really do. I love hearing them playing around out there. Makes me reminisce. Ooh, Mary says it snowed Saturday and snowed a little bit today, and that knocks the pollen down. Yeah, that's helpful. Oh. MC. M. Oh, lots of grays in this month. I love it. Lots of grays. N O, no O's. P's. No P. Yes, PK. Yep, definitely have enough of that too. Paprika. It's a good orangey color. All right. Then into Q's. QD. Ooh, this one is this little 3-piece set of fabric section unit is going to be all grays. I like that one. QP, QD, Q, and S's. C. S. Then U, P. All right, this is the challenge for me. at the end of Sewphia, since it's only a 6-month one, this will be a little bit easier to maintain and keep on top of. But at the end of the 6 months, I'm going to show you the fabric stack and how much I've successfully retained from all of the months. I will say that I did notice from last month to this month, even within the same, even though it's the same color, like I don't know that it's actually this color, but let's just say, so like if this month QS Shark came, last month's was like just a little bit darker. So you may notice that, and as you start building up your Kona cotton like backstash and everything, you will start to notice some differences between the bolts. So there'll be variations in the colors. You just have to kind of pay attention to that. If it's that drastic, you might want to look for a piece that's bigger and you use it only within that actual project that you're doing, rather than going into your stash if the colorways, that's what I'm looking for, are so different. So the dye lots, if they ended up so different that you know it's going to drive you to distraction, which one of them was that much of a difference. One was really light and one was a lot darker. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do about that. But these ones are all okay. Charlotte saying Texas pollen is heavy duty, that it traveled. All right, so now I'll move these all out of the way and we can start cutting up fabric. So unlike what I was using when we were doing the Denali Star, this is not patterned or directional. So as long as I can fit, I'm covered in cat hair, as long as I can fit the paper into an area, it's all I have to worry about. I don't have to worry about you know, which direction the stripes might be heading, or am I doing it in the right orientation for a patterned piece. Because I know we did that a couple of weeks ago and I think I'd still have to like noodle it out. Because I'm so used to doing it with solids that it takes me a minute to figure it out. There we go. Now from here, I will just put a pin. Like that. And there's the first one done. And these two aren't reused in the first batch of ones that I pulled. So, okay, up is the first fabric. PS, then QD. Oh, have any of you all watched White Lotus? I know season 3 is just starting, but a friend of mine from work was talking about how she and a couple of other people at work are watching it, and that I should play catch up. And I watched it this weekend and I wanted to not like it because I'm not sure why. Because it was like real life. I like to watch things that I just don't have to think about. I have to think so much. Being a mom, working, I have to think so much and I have to deal with real life so much that I'm a big fan of fantasy books and fantasy movies for the fact that I just don't want to think real thoughts. That's why, like, even with true crime stuff, like, it's all stuff that's already happened. So I don't have to think about it. Like, it already happened. I don't have to, it's not a mystery for me to figure out. It all is already done. Um, so I went in wanting to not like it. After the first episode, I was like, I don't think this is going to be for me. And then, but I stuck with it because people at work watched it and I wanted to be a cool kid and say that I watched it too. And I ended up watching it all the way through. And it just made me more and more mad. And now it's been a couple of days. And now I'm like, oh no, I have to watch season two because I have to find out what nonsense happened in season two. I was frustrated with season one, angered by the choices that these people made. Like they're real human beings. Had Jennifer Coolidge in it though. She just is a riot. She makes me laugh. But her it's not like a real comedy. I mean, funny things happen in it, but it's not supposed to be like a real comedy. But I was angry. What I was saying today, I was telling them that I've finished watching the season one, and that I wanted to be angry and not go back. But like childbirth, I've now forgotten the pain. I'm going back for seconds. The doggos just heard the cats playing, and then they're barking at them. Lots of yellows. Oh, this would be good. This, I can just chop this one whole section off. That's plenty. Go, getting a nice little stack of units to work on. Don't let that piece fall. All right, this one's gonna be. I love grays, so this one's gonna make me happy. Two, three. Three different grays in the sky. Hey, Valerie, how are you doing? Hi, Jeannie. The name of the show is called White Lotus. It's on it's on Netflix or is it on? I don't remember what it's on now. Um, It's it's on season 3. Season 3 just started, like the first episode just aired. So I'm definitely having to play catch up. But it's not too long. I was doing my bookcases and everything this weekend. I was watching it. Um, yeah, but you know, apparently a lot of people like it, and I was slow to join in the fun. But this is gonna be this is how much I like just maybe not the best TV in the world, but where I just like mind numbing. I don't have to think about anything kind of stuff. The one of the chicks in the show White Lotus is sisters to a guy that I liked from the TV show Shadowhunters, which it to Lauren and me, who will watch that TV show together, is the TV show, not the movie. The movie, I didn't like the movie, but the TV show is top notch tomfoolery. Don't have to think about anything, can just enjoy the silly nonsense of it. And that the girl's brother is in that TV show, Dario or something like that. She was also in the Witches of something. I don't know. She's a cute patootie, but I remember her brother. When I saw her name, I was like, oh, that's the chick. Let's see. One, two, three. Long pieces here. Let's do it this way. Move it up so you can see. One. What is your guilty pleasure TV, like a movie or a TV show that you always go back to when you just not need to not think about how crazy the world is? We were having a conversation last week at work about um like folks confusing what the actual definition of being introverted is, and thinking that you that introversion is shyness. That's what we were talking about. That people misconstrue introvertedness as shyness, because I was talking about the fact that I'm definitely an introvert in the truest sense of the like the dictionary version of introversion, where I don't get my power from being around a lot of people. Um, for me to recharge, it's actually I need a lot of alone time away from noise and activity and peopling. So that those kinds of shows, just the mind numbing nonsense shows, that's kind of how I recharge. All right, so that's the pile of 3 pieces of fabric and the one that had 2 pieces of fabric. That's them all done. Now we're going to move on to the 4s. Oh, Philippa like will watch Big Bang and Girls. Gilmore Girls makes me laugh. I never started watching Big Bang. I've seen a lot of clips, so now I feel like I've seen like all the good pieces. So I'm like, well, I don't really want to go back and watch like the whole episode. Like I never I never watched Seinfeld, but I know like all the major like the soup Nazi and um Dolores Manhands and all like I know like a lot of the stuff that I don't feel like I have to go and watch. I've watched I definitely watched the first season, but then didn't end up watching the rest of Friends. Never watch or wait, Friends. Never watched a season of Seinfeld, but have seen bits and pieces enough to know and watched the first season of Friends, but didn't really watch too much of the rest of them, but have seen enough bits and pieces to know how it kind of all and watched the last episode of Friends and watched the last episode of Seinfeld. I definitely have gotten to see snippets of Big Bang Theory and That Girl. Is that the one? Zoe Deschanel. Um, which I think if I actually sat down and watched that one, I think I'd probably really enjoy that. Dawn says that she likes to read, really watching TV, reading a funny mystery series. Jana De, De Leon. Did I say that right? Jana De Leon. YouTube and audiobooks. Oh, love audiobooks. My commute to work used to be 2 hours, 2.5 hours, depending on how bad it was. And I listened to all the things. And my commute is now like 4 minutes from my front door, but I'm still trying to work my way through listening in snippets to the complete collection of Sherlock Holmes. But that's like over 100 hours of listening, and I have not made a dent. I don't have the same commute, but I do love good audiobooks. I love audiobook. I'm listening to the Sherlock Holmes that's being read by Stephen Fry, who I love Stephen Fry. He's a British actor. He actually used to have a comedy duo with Hugh Laurie, who was House, that TV show House here, where everybody was really surprised to find out that he was not American. He was a British dude. They used to have a comedy duo, and yeah, Stephen Fry's been on a lot of things that I've really enjoyed watching, and I like his voice. And so he's reading the Sherlock Holmes, and he was a big into Sherlock Holmes when he was a kid. So it's fun to hear him. Oh, John says audiobooks are great while sewing and knitting. Yes. Phil used to watch Seinfeld weekly. Never inclined to rewatch. It really is a show about nothing. Yeah. They definitely prided themselves on that. I never had like a baby blanket or anything like that. Or like I guess they call them stuffies now, or stuffed animal that I like had to absolutely have to sleep with. But I remember from as long as I can remember liking to fall asleep to, and I will still do it to this day, fall asleep to the movie Fantasia, Walt Disney's Fantasia. I just, all that classical music and all the imagery. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed. So I'll still fall asleep to that. I'll still put that on and watch as much as I can until I drift off to sleep, which is at a different spot every single time. I don't know that I've seen it all the way through in a long time because I fall asleep a lot easier as I'm getting older. All right, let's see. Do we have any repeat colors for this next group of any IN? Nope. PK. Please. No PK. Yes. Ooh, a couple of them have the MY. Let's see. Valerie saying that the soup Nazi was near her ballet studio and used to get his soup. There's this, the soup was wonderful and there'd be a line to buy it. Oh, Charlotte's listening to the Elm Creek Quilter books. Oh, that's super cool. I haven't started reading like quilt books. And I really thought I was going to because I remember getting the Missouri Star box where uh Jenny Doan's daughter had one of her books in there, and I never got into reading it, and I never got into reading the stories in the Block magazines. And now I finally ended my subscription to Block magazine. QS. Starting to feel a headache coming on. I didn't sleep too hot last night. Oh, cute. Oh, I'm gonna be yawning. Oh no. No yawning on my live. Can you hear her? Oh, they're there yelling. She threw her she was playing with a little crinkle ball that has catnip in it. And she's now got it underneath the refrigerator and she can't get to it. And I'm not getting up right now to go get it for her. She's gonna have to suffer for a little bit. It's like when a little baby like plays the drop it game where whatever it is, they just keep dropping it off their high chair or whatever. out of the stroller and you have to keep going and get it, and they realize that they can make you jump when they want you to jump. That's what she's discovered, that she can make us go get her thing when she gets it underneath the either the um refrigerator or the stove, not oven, stove. She's got us wrapped around her finger. Alrighty, so let's see. CN. Chestnut. C. The F is already there. C and itchy H. Main old H. And I think HO. HO. Yep, yep. Oh my goodness. This weekend doing the B1 block with all those little pieces, 28 little units with all of the fabrics that are going to go in it. I'm going to drive myself to distraction. Ooh, the cardinal. I really want to know, like with cardinals, I gotta look this up. Is it, am I fooling myself? Is it the same family that keeps coming back? Like the daughters, now the granddaughter. Well, let's see, we've been here 9 years. So it's either like the second or third generation of cardinals. Does the daughter come back, or does the male come? Does the son come back and start their families? Or am I fooling myself and it's not even the same family? It's just we just have been really lucky and keep getting cardinals in the backyard. I don't know. Oh, Philippa said that she read a lot of the Elm Creek quilter books. I'll have to look into those. Got to look into them. Each. Mm, we put M there. Yeah, M's there. So, all right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these are using mahogany. So these 4 will all use this mahogany. So we'll have to remember that as we're looking for, or as we're working our way through. Any N's? O, P. A couple of P pieces. Okay. Yes, on the mac and cheese. I love this orange, and I love that it's called mac and cheese. It makes me so happy. Cheese. All right, P, 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 and then PT goes here. And that one's all done. And then, oh, there was a Q, QG. Oh yeah, more silvery gray. Okay. Q. And then I think it's the S. It's just the no, SC. Scone. And espresso. Then W W there. All right. All righty. So this one's complete. I think this one is complete. Yep. And then this one needs one of this, and this one needs one for both of these. Okay. All right. So all of these are waiting for something in the ones we have before. So these off to the side. We'll start with this one because it has 4 pieces of fabric, but only 4 sections to cover, but only 3 fabrics to do it with. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, I pulled SC twice. Didn't need to do that. Didn't need to do that. All right. Back at it. Here we go again, cutting up the fabrics. Oh, Mary looked up her Google. Northern cardinals typically live for an average of 3 to 5 years in the wild, but some have been known to live up to 15 years. Oh, with one cardinal reaching 9 months. Oh, Valerie thinks she's had the same couple coming for years and their offspring too. Maybe it is the same couple. We've been here for 9 years. Guess there's potential it could be the same couple. Oh, mourning doves. We definitely have a lot of mourning doves in the neighborhood, and I mean, they're mourning doves for a reason. It's a soulful sound, but I love hearing them. Oh, good evening. Oh, you had your cataracts. I was just on the phone with my dad, making sure he was doing okay. He was telling me about cataract surgery too. Can't do anything. I can't do anything you want to do. Well, I'm glad you're gonna hang out with us. I do enjoy talking to myself. I do and do I do. I'll sing to myself, keep myself entertained. It's so I love like hearing that other people do the same thing. It's good to know I'm not alone in my weirdness. Well, it's getting on springtime. I know I've been seeing a lot of posts about retreats and things. Are folks gearing up, getting ready to head out to retreats? I know that this past Sunday we had 4 of the 5 folks that I know that are going to T Quilts her retreat this summer. And we have other folks. I have to, not have to, I will probably most likely have to fly the beginning of May to Las Vegas. Any of you know, I am absolutely terrified of flying, so I'm not really um not really looking forward to it. I'm going to do what I have to do because it's for work. And it's 3 days in Vegas, so I've, could be a lot worse of a deal to have to do, but doing that in the beginning of May, and then going to a little retreat from a quilt shop that's down in Virginia, but the retreat is up. No, I can't remember where it is. I had the city in my head, and poof, I was thinking about where the quilt shop is. Web Fabrics, I think, in Virginia, IA, and that's in the middle of May, which is awesome. Two, three, four. I think I have the inside scoop. Fingers crossed. Pretty sure that I might be getting in on like a day tripper. They were filling up, but there might be a day tripper retreat that I can get into at the end of this month, which would be awesome. This month? Yeah, this month. But I have a show with the troupe at the end of this month too, so we gotta see if logistics can work out. Woo. Look at this little sliver of fabric here for letter M. We're gonna remember, no matter how small it is on the piece of paper, the fabric that you cut out does not have to be that small. Mhm. Yeah. See, so I actually now it's not a huge piece of fabric, but it's definitely bigger than what we're going to whittle it down to with all the other pieces around it. So doesn't have to be as teeny and as scary as it looks like on the finished piece. I, for some reason, have the movie, the animated Disney movie Aladdin, the Robin Williams song in my head. Never Had a Friend Like Me, I think it's called. And I can't get it out of my head. And I've been singing it all day. And I'm singing it in my head right now. And I will probably end up watching that tonight to go to sleep because it's in my noggin and it won't go away. I miss me some Robin Williams. There we go. I don't think H was another. Nah, nah. We are good. We're chugging along here, folks. One, two, three, and four. Valerie says, not only do I talk to myself, I also talk to all the dogs and the cats as well. Me too. Oh, Valerie, I think you're right. The tea quilts was their retreat. Her retreats do that sound like a lot of fun. Is she doing them yearly now? I know when I first started watching her, they were an every other year thing. I'm pretty sure, but um, I'm not sure if because of how popular they are, if she had to change them to every year now. She is really bent out of shape that her toy is underneath the. Oh, she cracks me up. And I love how she sounds like she's saying hello. Hello, please help me get my toy. Charlotte says, they say if you sing to the end of the song, it will go away. I know every word to that song, and I have sung it all the way through probably 15 times today. I think. I don't think that that applies to Disney music. I think Disney music is a special kind of it has a special sauce of some sort. Philippa, I want to see that. That needs to be videotaped. Philippa says that when she's in her sewing room, she's got the music playing loudly and that she sings along with it like a rock star, as you should. And there's a possibility that she's lying to herself, thinking that the neighbors can't hear her and don't know what's happening. I'm not getting your toy right now. Record scratch. Come on. What are you doing, silly girl? Hello. Hello. Oh, she cracks me up. Do, 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 do. Has everybody seen that movie? The one that I have in my head. I didn't watch the live action one of that one. Actually, I watched the live action of Cinderella and of Beauty and the Beast and Lion King. I think Aladdin might be the only live action one I didn't see. Didn't watch. Well, I guess Lion King isn't really live action, really. It's all CGI, right? Like that's not live action. I'm aware that they didn't actually have lions. Okay. We are kicking booty. Valerie says, yep, she thinks that tea quilts are yearly retreats and the space changes to wherever it is that she can actually book. I do remember there was a time where um, she was having she was talking about she was having issues with the place or trying to get the information so she could figure out how much to charge people. I don't know. It must be so much work to put all that stuff together. Craziness. And she doesn't have as many as like the So Yeah retreats are. Those are like 75 people, but she's got a good, like a good healthy number of folks going, right? I don't know if Ingrid is still on. Ingrid was working still when she joined the live. I feel like there's a good number. Harmonica, I'm really going to need you to hush it. All right, at the end of the fours. QG. T, M, Y, and P. All right. These really long, long, slim pieces for a lot of these in this block and in the uh B1 block. What is the best way to do? I guess the way I just had it. Ooh, that's not even long enough. I'm gonna have to play around with this a little bit to get it long enough. Because again, I refuse to dig into the brand new when I can use up the remains of last month's. So I'll just live with weird shapes in the fabric. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to 8 o'clock, folks. The headache seems to be getting worse. I think it's because I think it's a sleep deprivation headache. I didn't sleep so good last night because it's like a dull throb in my head. So it's definitely not like sinusy. It's like in the head. And of course, I start talking about it and then I start to yawn. So, yeah, I may wrap up after this. I have um, musical improv practice tomorrow night, or class tomorrow night. It's a class that I'm taking at the same theater. And then I have rehearsals for our April show. It's our Arbor Day show, because why not? Why not have an Arbor Day show? But then I'll have Friday and Saturday, so I can finish up getting all of the fabrics cut for both blocks between Friday and Saturday. And then it'll just be a full, just sew fest on Sunday. We'll bang stuff out. And then next Tuesday, so Sunday will be sewing Sewphia again. Then next Tuesday, next Tuesday, I hope you guys can come back and hang out for, I already posted the announcement of the video for next week, because I'm doing another free like block. It's the Rosebud block. It's so cute, and it's a free download from my website. You can either just go to SleighArts.com, or you can go to the upcoming announcement vote post for next Tuesday's video. And the link to the pattern is in that description box too. So it's just a like the ones that I like to do, where it's a one block little, it's 5-inch unfinished, 4.5-inch finished, one block. So super easy, super user friendly, mega scrap friendly. So easy to just use a bunch of different colors for your rosebuds, and like a scrappy greens for the greenery of the rosebud, and then a nice low, like, is it low tone? Yeah, like or well, I mean, I guess you could do whatever you want. You could do it on a blue background. Yeah, you could like really go to town on the background. But an easy, where you just use the same block, and if you want to do just the 4 together, it makes a pinwheel in the middle, which I think is really pretty. But yeah, so you should definitely grab that if you wanted to, and come in and sew that up with me next Tuesday night. I was working on a calendar last night. And I'm going to try to do lives on Sunday and on Tuesday. And Tuesdays are going to be the 6 to 8, or as long as my noggin can handle it. And so that'll be pretty regular moving forward. So 6 to 8 on Tuesdays, and then my Sunday brunches will stay the same, the 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. I find it's easier to do a live than to try to get a whole video together of me putting together something. I just don't have the time. Once the class is over, which is over in the middle of, is over right before, right after the Wednesday right after Easter, the class is over. So once that's over, and then once I do the travel for work and I'm back, it won't be so difficult to try to do like a pre-recorded one. But it's a lot easier right now to throw in another live during the week. So that's going to be the plan for April, at least, Sundays and Tuesdays. I really appreciate that, Valerie. Thank you. I'm going to take some Tylenol or something or other for a headache, and probably just go right to bed. Oh, Philippa says she does have a karaoke machine. Love that. Oh, Ingrid had a tour of the new apartment. Oh, I love that too. Yeah, 40 people, Ingrid said, for the tea quilts. That's a good number. I mean, it's not, 75 is crazy, but 40 is that's a good number to wrangle. All right, Charlotte, see you soon. All right, everybody, thank you so much. I'm going to get to sleep, and then I'll be good as new tomorrow morning. No worries. But everybody have a great week. I will see you all again on Sunday. We'll finish up some of the sewing of Sewphia month 2. And then next Tuesday, I hope you can join for the free little pattern. I'm really looking forward to that. And I like the idea of doing a themed one each month, where I did the clover, the 4-leaf clover last month, the little spring flower in April. So I'll figure out a May little 1 block repeatable thing for May and June. I think that's fun. I like doing that. So that's the plan. Oh my gosh. Oh, no, that's actually my sister calling. I thought it was going to be another spam call. All right. Well, I will talk to you and see you all soon. Have a very safe week. And thanks so much for being here. Talk soon.